I've got the hub all assembled, I've got the swivel pin, and now I'm going to assemble it. Now I like to put these together on the bench before I put them on together on the cab, because first of all you can get them the right way around. The broad piece goes at the bottom, not the top. Then I put a smear of silicone sealer around the inside using this stuff, and then I put the seal on like this. There you go. And then we put the new metal retainer on. Now it's quite easy to find out how these go on, because this is why I put it on now, because you can put them on backwards, and that means then you've got to take them off and turn them all around again. So it's best to do it like this, and it's easy to find out which way they go because there's little cutouts here in the seal, and that's for the brake caliper bolts. So if you put it on the wrong way around, not only won't the bolts line up, but you'll end up messing about. So this is the easiest way. I'll put these few bolts in here, and then we'll bolt it on the truck. So the swivel's assembled. I did put some grease into the swivel seal before I assembled it. I put some new bolts in with lock washers, but I'm not tightening it down yet. And the reason for that is we need to set the preload, and if you set it with the rubber on, you'll get a false reading. So I'll put a smear of gasket seal around here, and now I'll fit the gasket on, and that will also, when I put another layer of gasket on, oops, forgot where the lens was there, I'll put another sealer like this, and that will all squidge out quite happily when we bolt it on. With a little bit of Loctite on, the pre-Loctited, we're going to fit them through the gasket, and then we'll offer them up and just get them started. So here they are, all up there. We're using the original bolts because they were in good condition. I'm going to put them all and get them started first. Just a bit of Loctite, make sure everything in here is dry. If it's oily, you're wasting your time. Loctite won't work on oil. They are a bit tricky to do, and I'm going to show you the tool that you need. I've got it in my hand right here, but you'll understand in a minute why I've got it. So start all the bolts off, because if you tighten one down and then you don't, and then you won't be able to get all the rest of them. So you've got to do it progressively, otherwise you won't get it started. So now it's started, you pull the ball back and you use these little ratchet spanners from Canadian Tire.
Nice.
I thought you'd like that. But it means that these are 14mm, which means you can spin them down really fast, but you've got to do it progressively, because you'll get problems where you won't be able to get in. So if you spin it down, pull it back. Oh, some of them not quite free. Oh, that goes the other way. There we go. Those Canadian Tire spanners, simply the best. Now start on the other side. And if you don't, if you like I say, if you put one bolt in, you tighten it down, you won't be able to get the rest in. And it's the same when you're taking them off. It's easy to take them off progressively rather than one at a time. And just work your way around it. There's no set order until you're tightening them down. Once you tighten them down, then we'll do it progressively. You can do this with a ring spanner, but it's going to take you an awful long time. So these little ratchet spanners are just superb. Round and round we go. They're all wound down. What we're going to do is tighten them up. It's very difficult to get a torque wrench in, so the way I use it is to hook 2 spanners in, pull them down, because you just can't get a spanner in, and then just tighten them down. Everyone opposite, and just do it evenly. This is the only thing that's stopping the whole hub assembly from falling off the car. And just put a nice bit of force on there, and then that'll be done. That one's done. Dear me, I'm going to have to sack this cameraman because his bloody phone keeps going on. More popular than anybody really. There we go, put some stress on there. Get them tightened down. Now, if you come round this side, you'll see something, Chris. Even though I put a little smear of sealer on the inside of the flange, you can see how it smears out. A lot of people fill this full of gasket material, gasket sealer, silicone, and it squidges all over. That's waste. We don't want that, do we? No. So, one last go around. I have seen people not tighten these up, and the wheel tends to shake a bit. They use just 1 spanner, but we use 2, and the torque's probably about right. And if you can't get any more on, the spanner starts bending, you know that it's about right. So that's how we lock spanners together, and that's it. Kaput.